Former national chairmen and leaders of the party, members of the Federal Executive Council, state party chairmen, state executive committees, zonal and state party leaders, distinguished national convention across the Federation, members of the National Convention Planning Committee and subcommittees, leaders of affiliated structures, youth, women, special needs, and special interests, distinguished guests, party stakeholders, members of the diplomatic and business community, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I want us to take a moment of silence. The musicians, the drummers around the arena, a moment of silence. Kindly sit where you're seated, and if you're standing, you may remain standing. I want us to bow our heads for a moment's silence to remember our fallen heroes and victims of insecurity around the country. May their souls rest in peace. Mr. President, National Chairman, leaders of our great party, fellow governors, members of the National Assembly, distinguished delegates from across the Federation, welcome you all to this very important convention. It's not just another gathering, it's a moment to reflect on who we are, what we stand for, and the responsibility we carry as leaders of our party and our country. Political parties endure not just because they win elections, but because they build trust, manage differences, continue to offer direction in times of change. That is why this convention matters. The APC has come this far because it has never just an election platform. It's a party that has been able to bring people together, manage diversity, move forward with progress as we go along. The ability to listen, to accommodate, and to stay united has been central to our strength. As party members, we must continue to protect that culture. One dialogue, inclusion, discipline, and collective responsibility. Your Excellency, Mr. President, you have shown courage to take difficult but necessary decisions. The Renewed Hope agenda reflects a clear commitment to long-term progress, even when the path is not easy. On the national level, we understand these imperatives. States where policies are directly impacted, where national decisions meet everyday realities. Our task is to ensure that reforms lead to real improvement in the lives of our people. On fiscal matters, states have actively shaped reforms, ensuring that they are practical and balanced. We thank Mr. President that his reforms has created wealth for the Federation and has impacted greatly in the purses of the subnational. The tax reform bill, which has been passed, has also been passed in our state assemblies and adopted. For instance, through the State Action on Business Enabling Reforms, SABRE, states are strengthening their own revenue systems, improving land administration and public financial management, which is helping states to fund priority more sustainably. But revenue only matters when it delivers results. States are actively investing in providing sustainable livelihood to our citizens. More specifically, we have been significantly improving all spheres of administration. Agriculture and livestock sectors have also been impacted. I also want to thank Mr. President for setting up the Ministry of Livestock, the whole ministry to cater for that industry. Programs such as the Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support Project, the LPRES, and the Agroclimatic Resilience in Semi-Arid Landscape, ACRISEL, provide substantial support for farmers while putting in place measures to mitigate climatic vulnerabilities. In human capital development, through programs such as Hope Gov, Hope Edu, and Hope Health, implemented in partnership with the federal government and the World Bank, governors are helping to strengthen how states finance and manage basic education and primary health care. Initiatives such as the primary health care under one roof, the Health Compact, the Basic Health Care Provision Fund, and the $5.1 billion MOU recently signed with the United States of America under its America First Global Health Strategy are contributing towards the improvement of health indicators across all the states. We must also thank Mr. President for committing the sum of $3 billion towards the Global Health Strategy. However, development can only succeed while lives and livelihood are protected. This is why we are closely working with the Office of the National Security Advisor and all relevant security agencies to strengthen security coordination and support safer communities. I can attest to Mr. President's unprecedented effort and support investment in our security agencies. I'm confident in his ability to resolve these challenges. Mr. President, distinguished delegates, the strength of our party is not just its size, it's in the ability to govern well, to stay united, and to deliver results. As we look ahead, we must remain focused. We must strengthen fiscal discipline while expanding opportunities. We must continue to invest in our people while ensuring inclusion. Finally, we must keep human capital at the center of our efforts, because the strength of our nation depends on the strength of our people. Let us leave this convention more united in spirit, clearer in purpose, and firmer in our resolve to govern well. Let us continue to prove that the APC is not only the party to beat at the next polls, but the party best equipped to govern Nigeria through impactful reforms and renewal. Once again, I thank Mr. President for his great effort in pursuing the reform despite the challenges and obstacles ahead of him. Thank you, and I wish us a successful and fruitful convention. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, the silent achiever, the Executive Governor of Kwara State. Without further ado, I'd like to invite the number 4 man in Nigeria, the Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, PhD.
Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and our dear mother, the First Lady, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and our dear Second Lady, the Senate President, members of the National Assembly, the National Chairman of our great party, the Chairman, Nigerian Governors Forum, the Chairman, Progressive Governors Forum, and all Progressive Governors present here, the Chairman, Convention Planning Committee, our dear senior brother, the former Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, the Chief of Staff, current and former members of the National Assembly, including former presiding officers, current and former ministers, former governors here present, members of the NWC, critical stakeholders of APC, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a pleasure to address this convention at a moment that demands focus, discipline, and a clear sense of direction. This is truly a defining hour. This is a moment of reckoning. This is the moment that separates those who hesitate from those who act, those who doubt from those who build. The question I want to ask all of us is what kind of country we want to be. A country that retreats at first sign of difficulty, or a country that confronts its challenges with courage and purpose? Do you wish to have a party that follows the easy road, or a party that leads with discipline and direction? We in APC chose the difficult road, and we must remain on it. When this administration came into office, it inherited an economy weighed down by unsustainable commitments, a system strained by inefficiencies, and a structure that could no longer support the aspirations of Nigerian people. The choice before us was clear: continue with what was convenient or confront what was necessary. We chose what was necessary. We chose reform over comfort. We chose responsibility over applause. We chose the future over the present moment. Yes, the critics have spoken. They point to rising costs and economic adjustments. They question the path. But I want to ask, what was their alternative? To continue a system that drains our resources? To postpone the inevitable? To pass the burden to the next generation? No nation, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, moves forward by avoiding its challenges. No economy grows by ignoring its weaknesses. No leadership succeeds by choosing comfort over correction. Today, the foundations have been reset. Revenues to states have improved. Transparency has increased. Infrastructure is advancing. Security coordination is strengthening. These are not isolated steps. They are part of a clear direction. Reform is not a sprint. Reform is a journey. Reform is a commitment, and that commitment requires continuity. This is why I say that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu must continue this work beyond 2027. Not for sentiment, not for convenience, but because the work has begun and must be completed. Because the foundation has been laid and it must be built upon. Because the path has been chosen and it must be sustained. And if you are to sustain the path, continuity must not be limited to the executive alone. It must also extend to the legislature. Mr. President, Your Excellencies, our governors, I make this passionate appeal with urgency. As we commit to continuity at the executive level, we must also secure stability within the legislature. The high turnover to lawmaking and to public resources spent on constant training and retraining. Experience is lost. Institutional memory is weakened. Momentum is broken. We cannot continue to start every cycle afresh and expect consistent progress. The legislature is not separate from this journey. It is a partner in it. We legislate for the same reforms. We oversee the same programs. We defend the same national interest. I therefore urge deliberate efforts to support the return of committed and performing legislators so that together the executive and the legislature can sustain this path and complete the work we have all begun. To those who will emerge as the next leaders of our party today, I extend my congratulations in advance. Your emergence will reflect the party's confidence in your competence and capacity to lead at this moment. Our great party is large and still growing, with depth, diversity, and rising expectations. With that strength comes scrutiny. There are those who expect us to fracture. There are those who hope we will implode under the weight of our own size. That must not happen. We must not allow that to happen. It must be prevented through careful management, disciplined coordination, and constant engagement. Integrating both long-standing and new members, maintaining unity, and managing competing interests will require steady leadership. You must organize with clarity. You must engage with purpose. You must mobilize with consistency. Let us all be remembered as that generation. Let us be remembered as the party that chose reform, sustained it, and delivered results. Let us be remembered as the leaders who stood together and moved this country forward. The moment, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, is here. The responsibility is ours. The future is within reach. I thank you, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Now I'll invite the uncommon governor, the uncommon senator, the uncommon minister, and now the uncommon president of the Senate. He's the first person that I know of that entered the Senate for the first time and ended up being a minority leader. Before the end of that tenure, he became a member of the APC, became a minister, and now he's the president of the Senate. Ladies and gentlemen, Senator Godswill Akpabio, GCON.
Abasi ayaya o, ayaya o, Abasi ayaya o,
ayaya nanando, APC. Progress.
APC.
Mr. President and your dear wife, the Vice President and his dear wife, let me rest on already established protocols. My job is very simple. It is to adopt all the speeches met at this 2026 convention of our great party, and particularly adopt the speech made by the Right Honorable Speaker, House of Representatives, my dear brother, Tajuddin Abbas, GCON. For the chairman of this extraordinary special 2026 convention, my brother, Governor Aminu Masari, I want to say that I'm very impressed with what the turnout has been. All the states of the Federation and the FCT are here represented. All our members in the diaspora are glued to the television today. APC is showing the way. APC is showing the way. I want to state that for now, as a result of the good governance brought by Mr. President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to Nigeria, that there are now only two political parties in Nigeria, APC and others. APC and others. Can you shout amen? Mr. President, since you came on board as president, this is your first major convention. The last one was when you became the candidate of our great party. I had the singular privilege to also speak on that occasion. On that occasion, I want to remind our great members across the country and across the globe of what I said on that day. Single-handedly, from one state in the southwest called Lagos State, brought out the torch, you beam it to Nigeria, and the country adopted and approved. From the then ADAC to ASEAN and then to APC, your story continues to resonate. So I want to thank God Almighty for his mercies upon your life and for what you have shown Nigeria, that it is better to suffer, to sacrifice, to be resilient, and at the end, to have good compatriots, such as Chief Bisi Akonde, and of course, Governor Segun Oshoba, and the late President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, working together to show a path to this country called Nigeria. I thank you because what is attracting all of us and all Nigerians to the APC today is good governance. From the time you remove fuel subsidy up to the time you harmonize the idea of multiple exchange rates, then to your reforms in the educational sector that we contemplated 50 years ago in the Niger Delta region. Oh my God. May God bless you, bless your works, and bless the wisdom that he had given to you. What did I say on that day? I said that the first lady in the world to use the braille, a blind young girl called Helen Keller, that she went to Radcliffe University in California. While she was there, she was able to make a first class. And when she gave the convocation lecture, a mischievous press person went to her and said, "What is the worse than being blind in your assessment?" And she said, "To have sight and no vision." To have sight and no vision. I said, in you, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, from what you have done, transforming Lagos, transforming many states in the Federation, building men across, you are one man that has sight and you also have vision, and that you translate it into Nigeria. Mr. President, Nigerians are yet to see the best of you. Despite the difficult economy you met, you are turning things around. You have brought about tax reforms. You have brought about dignity to Nigeria. The recent visit to the United Kingdom, after 37 years, shows clearly that Nigeria has now come on the world stage. Congratulations. And for members of our great party, from about 18 parties or 18 states in the Federation, we are now 32 governors, and see growing. By election day, we may have 36 over 36. Can I say congratulations to all of you? And for those of us in the legislature, Mr. President, be assured of our continuous support and cooperation. Because when the House is in order, when the National Assembly is stable, when everybody is akin to your renewed hope agenda, then indeed, Nigeria definitely will see progress. For those seeing insecurity today, I want to assure you that we are praying, and that the bulls you see today, the terrorists you see today, with the ingenuity of our president and the support and prayers of all Nigerians, you shall soon see them no more. May God bring stability to Nigeria. May God grant us peace. May God grant a peace to the APC family. And may all those who have joined us have victory in 2027 and beyond. In Jesus' name I pray. I thank you and I love you all. Thank you so much.
If you see, I see what you tell them, say,
oh, that's the problem. Thank you. The uncommon Senate President of the 10th Senate, distinguished Senator Obot Godswill Akpabio. Your Excellencies, in our usual tradition of having a hierarchy of protocol, before the President speaks, we need to give the vote of thanks for this first opening session of our 2026 National Convention. And to give the vote of thanks, who else can we call than a man who holds a record that only him in Nigeria holds today, the man who has been Senate President and Secretary to the government of the Federation. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, distinguished Senator Ayim Pius Ayim.
Our very dear President, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Our very dear distinguished First Lady, distinguished Senator Oluremi Tinubu, First Lady, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Our very dear distinguished Vice President, distinguished Senator Kashim Shettima, and his dear wife. Mr. President, for want of time, permit me to stand on the existing protocol. Mr. President, my assignment tonight is simple. It's indeed quite short. I am to thank you. I am to thank the organizers. I am to thank the sponsors. I am to thank the participants. I am to thank God for making today a great day in the history of party politics in Nigeria. Mr. President, if I am simply to thank you for being here tonight, for participating in the National Convention of APC 2026, that would be too peripheral. You ask me, I would want, on behalf of a grateful nation, thank you for your vision, for your courage, for your patriotism, for your statesmanship in your leadership of our great nation. Mr. President, you have redefined our political landscape. You have refocused our economy. You have refreshed our social relations. And today, I am sure, after you have listened to all the speakers in this event, if you go home, you will comfortably sleep and wake up and thank God for giving you opportunity to selflessly serve your people and indeed your country. Mr. President, thank you on behalf of all Nigerians. If I am to talk to you about the APC National Convention of 2026, Mr. President, where will I start to thank you? You have been a leader, the national leader of APC from inception. You were a national leader of APC who defined the pathway, whose visionary leadership of the party was able to restore power from a sitting government to the opposition APC. And today, you are the leader of the party in your capacity as the president of Nigeria. What can we do without you? On behalf of the APC family, I am honored to say, Mr. President, thank you, and thank you very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my singular honor and privilege to extend this gratitude to our dear Vice President and his dear wife, His Excellency Alhaji Kashim Shettima, DCOL, for his support for the President, for his support for the APC family, for his presence tonight in this event. Mr. Vice President, you are known and renowned as the most loyal Vice President in the history of Nigeria. On behalf of the APC family, I want to say we are grateful. We thank you for your presence here. It is my honor and in this singular privilege to thank and recognize the commitment, service, and sacrifice of my dear colleagues in the National Assembly, led by His Excellency Senator Godswill Obotabaju and His Excellency Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas. Your leadership of the National Assembly had proved that you have a commitment to our party. It is not just a matter of holding the position. You have recognized that you hold the position on behalf of your party, and you have given the party all the necessary support
such that the president can walk in his office without being afraid of, without looking across his shoulders. I want to simply, permit me to just simply say thank you for Nigeria, thank you for APC, thank you for the good work you are doing in our nation. Thank you very much. Let me also say that a few minutes ago, our national chairman and members of the National Working Committee became former national chairman and former members of the National Working Committee. I must not forget to recognize that it was the leadership of the party that put us together to organize this convention. Former national chairman and members of the NWC, it's our honor to thank you for the privilege you have given to us as members of the organizing committee of this convention to do the job to the best of our ability. Thank you very much. Before I round up, as I am bound to do, let me sincerely thank Alhaji Bello Masari, the chairman of the 2026 National Convention of the APC. I want to say that working with Masari is an experience. We worked as a team, and you can see, when you look at the colors of this arena, you will know it was a teamwork. Alhaji Masari, I thank you on behalf of the committee for your leadership. Thank you, distinguished delegates. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Aye, that's a heart full of gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We thank you too. Before we invite His Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces for his speech, we would like to brag. We want to blow our trumpet. We want to give a roll call of our progressive governors who are going to come upstage here in their numbers. As Rarara is on the beat to usher Mr. President to the podium. Sheila, who else do we have?
You know, some years ago, there was a political party that once bragged in this nation that they had 28 sitting governors and that they were going to rule forever. But today, with all thanks to God Almighty, we have a political party under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu with 31 state governors, 32 still counting. Please permit us to bring on stage all the governors under APC.
Excellency, I'm going to try something. For the first time since the return of democracy in 1999, one political party, through sheer confidence, not coercion, through sheer goodwill, and not nonsensical attitude, we have 31 governors and counting. For the first time in the 19 states of northern Nigeria, we have 18 states controlled by one political party. And with your permission, Mr. President, I want to use this opportunity to invite all the governors that are seated here today in their different pavilions, one by one. I will invite them by their names to come to the main stage so that the world and the country can see them. I'll start with the North Central, from Governor Alia of Benue, to Governor Bago of Niger, Governor Ododo of Kogi, Governor Muftuang of Plateau, Governor Sule of Nasarawa, and Governor Abdul Razak of Kwara. In the Northeast, we have Governor Zulum of Borno, Governor Fintiri of Adamawa, Governor Inua of Gombe, Governor Kefas of Taraba, Governor Maimalat Buni of Yobe. In the Northwest, we have Governor Namadi of Jigawa, Governor Uba of Kaduna, Governor Abba Gida of Kano, Governor Abba Gida of Kano, Governor Abba Gida of Kano, Governor Dikko of Katsina, Governor Dauda of Zamfara, Governor Ahmed of Sokoto, and Governor Comrade of Kebbi. They are all invited to the podium, and I will allow you to call the Southern Governor.
Thank you very much. Let me quickly invite Onwa Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State, Governor Prince Dakpo Abiodun of Ogun State, Governor Peter Mba of Enugu State, Governor Similayi Fubara of Rivers State, Governor Oboriwere Sharif of Delta State, Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa of Ondo State, Governor Pastor Umar Eno of Akwa Ibom State, Governor Prince Basi Otu of Cross River State, as well as Governors Senator Monday Okweola of Edo State, and of course, last but not the least, Governor Right Honorable Francis Mufuru of Ebonyi State. We'd like all of you to join His Excellency the President on the stage at this point. Thank you.
And as the governors are coming, ladies and gentlemen, permit me to be a little partial. So give recognition once again to my governor, who is giving Ondo State an urban renewal, Governor Lucky Orimisa Ayedatiwa. And with that, please permit me to invite to the microphone one of Mr. President's beloved musicians. Please a round of applause for Rala.
Check. 2, 1, check.
Thank you. Thank you.
2-1 check. One check. 2-1 check.
Hey! Hey! Yawa! Go! DJ!
Thank you very much. Wow. What a history making. Please, all stations were reserving here for election. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Rarara. Glory to God. Bola Asiwaju. Omologo Asiwaju. Omologo. Omologo. Olori to say.
Olori to Igi. Olori to Jitu. Olori to Nani. Asiwaju Biyetu. Awa Olojeda. Asiwaju Biyeji. Awa Oloshajuyi. Oni awa Oloji. Ini awa Shebaji.
One of the most sensational voices. A true talent and gift to us. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rarara. Center of Excellence. The conference stage. Gospel stage. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Rarara. Thank you.
Thank you.
Go!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's the moment
Your Excellencies
we've all been waiting for.
and distinguished party members.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You can see the support. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make welcome the man who has been chosen for Nigeria, the one who dared to bring the policies that his predecessors wish they had brought, the man who is winning on all fronts. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to welcome, with a singular privilege and honor, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the leader of the All Progressives Congress, President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu
GCFR. Omolodo da. Hosanna. Hosanna.
We don't get problem.
Hosanna. 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 Hosanna.
Thank you.
Hosanna.
Thank you.
Hosanna. Hosanna.
Thank you.
Hosanna. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The Vice President Kashim Shettima, my darling wife, Oluremi Tinubu, Mrs. Shettima, Senate President, House of Representatives, the elders of our party, Ibisi Akande, Arema Olusegun Osoba, and Pius Akinyelure. Let me first of all thank Aminu Masari, my dear friend and brother, who respectively with Pius Ayim Pius accept with the other distinguished members to accept to serve this convention. To all the members of the planning committee, this is marvelous. Congratulations. All the executive governors of our great party, members of the new working committee of our great party, former governors elected on the platform of our party, members of the Executive Council, former APC National Chairman, present and past members of National and State Assemblies, members of the state working committees, members of diplomatic corps, delegates and members of our party, including those from diaspora, representative of INEC in our midst, other observer members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you with heart full of gratitude, pride, and hope. Gratitude to God Almighty for His grace upon our nation and our party. Pride in what we have built together as a party since 2013. And optimistic about a bright future for our nation, despite the challenges we've been faced. We will overcome all difficulties. The fourth elective national convention of our party is not merely a gathering. It is the defining chapter in the story of our democracy and our party. As a part, this convention offers us the platform to renew our bond, strengthen our resolve, and recommit ourselves to the ideas that brought us together in the first place. We gather under an inspiring and powerful theme: unity in progress, consolidating the Renew Hope agenda. Unity in progress as the main theme, potent and timely reminder that progress is possible without unity. Unity in progress, consolidating the Renew Hope agenda. 13 years ago, we dared to dream differently and to act boldly when, as patriots, we set aside our political differences and came together for national redemption and to save our country from the economic disaster facing us, to which the then ruling party had plunged this country. We are united around the shared belief that our country can be greater and better served. That democracy must work for every Nigerian, that leadership must be anchored on vision, discipline, justice, and development. That historic unity gave back to a moment that changed Nigeria's political landscape forever till now and to the future. Today, as we reflect, we do so with deep appreciation for the founding fathers, women, youth, and faithful party members who built this platform with sweat, courage, and conviction. Let us stand and observe, because what patriots who founded this party along with us is no more. When he was in uniform, he was a courageous, determined, selfless general. He fought towards to preserve our unity and common patrimony. Out of uniform, Buhari became a Democrat and worked hard, relentlessly, together with us, to lay the foundation. Please stand and observe a moment of silence in memory of our first leader and the first elected president produced by our party, President Muhammadu Buhari. May God forgive him all his shortcomings and grant him Alijono Vidaos. Let us also observe another moment of silence in the memory of other leaders and members. With him, we started this journey together, who have passed on to eternal glory. May their souls rest in peace. All the departed members and those of us alive bearing the torch did not build this party for division and selfishness. Together, we have the duty to ensure that the vision of our founding father is not diminished. We must deepen it. Let us say this clearly and sincerely. We are here for national unity and greatness. We're not going to look back. Critics and how they can say it any way they want. We are here to ensure constitutional democracy. And we thank God for what we have been doing in the last 3 years. 36 years of unbroken freedom, commitment, and democracy. It's not easy without twists and turns. Let me reiterate to those who then lament and misunderstood us. We do not use one-party state. Democracy thrives on vibrant and healthy competition. But we cannot burn the constitutional freedom of association. As a statesman and a political leader, I believe in a credible opposition. One can challenge, question, and help refine policies. That is how statecraft improves and good governance is achieved. That is how nations advance. While we welcome criticism, the constant attacks by opposition groups on the Electoral Act 2026 are a disservice to Nigerian people. It is public knowledge that process leading to the amendment of the 2022 Electoral Act passed through the crucible of legislative scrutiny, including public hearing. The Electoral Act was passed by overwhelming majority of the members of the National Assembly elected by Nigerian people in accordance with 1999 Constitution as amendment. The Act reflects our collective quest as a nation to strengthen our electoral system and consolidate democratic rule. Therefore, our commitment is to uphold the rule of law, conduct credible elections, and protect the integrity of our elections, and continue to be a stronger, secure, and united country. When Nigeria reaffirmed our leadership of the country as the governing party in 2023, we made a solemn promise to chart a new course for national renewal through the Renew Hope agenda. That agenda was not conceived as just another campaign slogan. It is real. It was conceived as a governing philosophy. We knew the road to reform would be tough. We knew rebuilding Nigeria would require courage, patience, and difficult decisions. But we also knew no nation rises by hiding from the truth. We must not deceive ourselves and spend or waste the future of our grandchildren. We have to build the nation, the present for them before they come. The foundation must be strong, unique, and withstand the test of time. Fellow compatriots, since assuming office, our government has remained focused on delivering on the mandate to Nigerian people. Despite the complex global economic and political environment, today, I can assure you we are on the right path. Investors' confidence has partly improved. Our oil and gas sector has once more become attractive to foreign investment. Following our reforms, our Eurobond issuance was oversubscribed by 400%, and Nigeria exceeded the financial grey list, making a decisive to return to global financial credibility. Tonight, you had testimony from beneficiaries of some of our programs. I assure you, many of you lamenting the problem of electricity, power. Yes, we are paying attention to that. The Grid Asset Management Company, CAMCO, which will inject approximately 1,500 megawatts into a new grid corridor. We are going to improve on it. Electricity will become better, and be assured there will be opportunity and progress in our industrialization path. Tonight, you had testimony from beneficiaries of our programs. Our programs are real, feasible, viable, impactful, measurable, and not mere rhetoric, as some opposition-led elements like to say. We are moving from survival mode to stability. To the young people of our party and our nation, let me speak directly to you. You are not only the future of Nigeria, you are our hope for a more glorious and assured future. Your creativity, innovation, digital fluency, enterprising spirit, and the courage are our greatest national asset. This party must continue to open more doors for our youth participation, not as a prop, but as decision makers. We must nurture a generation of young progressives, men and women, who are not only politically active, but intellectually grounded, morally disciplined, and nationally committed. The future we seek cannot be built without you at its center. The women of Nigeria and our party, I say your role in our glory and our growth and stability is essential. Just a few minutes ago, my wife asked me one straight question: whether there are no women to move motions. Why is it that there are only men moving motions? What about the special place for women? I assured her we will move decisively on that. It's a promise that we are very gender sensitive. I extend my heartfelt appreciation to the Convention Planning Committee, led by His Excellency Honorable Aminu Bello Masari, CFR, and His Excellency Senator Ayim Pius Ayim GCON. Your dedication and excellence has set a new standard for organization and service. I must take a moment, especially to appreciate all our governors for the pivotal role they played in the organization of this convention. I commend Governor Abdurrahman Abdurrazak of Kwara State, who served as the vice chairman, Governor May Malabuni of Yobe, who served as the secretary, and Governor Opu Sodima of Imo State, who served as the treasurer, for their dedication and leadership. I also wish to recognize Governor Dr. Abiodun, chairman of APC National Convention Venue Subcommittee for the remarkable commitment, including funding and delivery of the venue sector. I equally extend my heartfelt appreciation to all our governors, ministers, whose collective efforts, unity of purpose, and commitment ensure the seamless planning and residing success of this convention. To all those who will be elected today or were already elected, carry the trust with humility, fairness, and unwavering commitment to our party ideals. The future of APC and Nigeria's democracy depend on your leadership. Lead with courage, lead with integrity, and lead with vision. May our leadership inspire confidence, strengthen our unity, deliver progress worthy of the faith our members are placed in you. May you continue to win more comfort into the party as we have done in the past 2 years, when an unprecedented number of new members, governors, senators, House of Representatives, old and current, joined our party from other political preferences. The growth demonstrates the strength of our belief and Nigerian trust in our party. My charge to you is to sustain this expansive political structure through credible leadership and transparent party management, anchored in a reliable, verifiable database of our members nationwide. May God bless our great party. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. On your mandate, we shall stand.
On your mandate, we shall stand. On your mandate, on your mandate, on your mandate, we shall stand. On your mandate, we shall stand. On your mandate, we shall stand. On your mandate, on your mandate, on your mandate, we shall stand.
Thank you very much, Your Excellencies. That marks the opening ceremony, and we will now go into elections, where we will hand over the microphone to the chairman of election committee and the secretary of the committee to come reel out the procedures for tonight. Thank you, Your Excellency. We heard you loud and clear, especially the part you said, women, you have us at heart. We are grateful, Your Excellency. Can we all stand for national anthem? Okay, while we're waiting, we have
the one and only Tani Makadaki, the entertainer. Make some noise for Tani.
Thank you. We're going to take you after the national anthem. Can we take the first stanza of the national anthem? Here we hail thee, our own native land. Though tribes and tongues may differ in brotherhood,
formality for the record of the party.
Yeah.
Tell the police. Let them announce it.
Yeah.
If you know you are not a member of the electoral committee and you are not a governor, please leave the stage.
APC.
Progress.
APC.
Progress.
Progress.
APC.
This is the most important moment of our convention. This is the reason why we came for this convention. This convention is not over. The Vice President is still seated. The leaders of the party, they are still seated. The progressive governors are still seated. The delegates remain in your stand. This is the technical part of this convention. Let me also announce that INEC is here monitoring our activities. And INEC have sent a high-powered delegation to monitor this convention. And based on that, we must carry out this function and do it according to the Constitution of APC. By the provisions of our Constitution, especially in Section 20, subsection 1 and 2, Articles 20, subsection 1 and 2, the party is given the permission to carry out the nomination and the election of its National Working Committee Executive by consensus. What we are about to do now is what the party allowed us to do by the Constitution, which is consensus affirmed through voice votes. We are going to mention the various offices and the names attached to these offices. These members will come up to the stage and I will throw the question. And in unison, it is expected that the delegates here will affirm through their voice votes. The voice vote is going to be, when we ask you, those in support say aye, you say aye. And then those again will say nay. Let me mention the names of these officers. I am starting with the national chairman of the party, Professor Nentawe Yiwata. Our deputy national chairman North is Honorable Ali Buka Dalori. If we call you, start coming up. Our deputy national chairman South is Dr. Benjamin Obi Nwoye. Our national secretary is Senator Surajuddin Ajibola Bashiru. Our deputy national secretary is Professor Abdul Karim Abubakar Kana. Our national legal advisor is Mortala Aliyu Kankai. We are inviting you to come to the stage when you hear your name. Our national treasurer is no other person than Ogro Matthew Ofoke. The national financial secretary is Ambassador Haruna Ginswa. Our national organizing secretary is Mohammed Suleiman and Google OFR. Our national welfare secretary is Honorable Donatus Enyinaya Nwampa. Our national publicity secretary is Mr. Felix Moka. Our national auditor is
Senator Abubakar Maikafi, and our national woman leader is Dr. Mary A. Idele. Our national youth leader is no other person than Dayo Israel Abdullahi. The national leader, persons with disability, is Are Durutolu Oyebode Bankole. The Deputy National Financial Secretary is Haman Adamu Ale Kumo. The Deputy National Organizing Secretary is Barrister Emeka Okafor. The Deputy National Woman Leader is Zainab Abubakar Ibrahim. And the Deputy National Publicity Secretary is Honorable Meseko Durasemi Josai. Our Deputy National Welfare Secretary is Dr. Christopher Michael Akpan. Our Deputy National Auditor is Mr. Olubenga Olayemi. Our Deputy National Legal Advisor is Barrister Ibrahim Salahu. Our Deputy National Treasurer is Engineer Ben Akak. Our Deputy National Youth Leader is Jamaluddin Kabiru. Our National Ex-Official North Central is Dr. Opawoye Oluwatoyin Bome. Our National Ex-Official Northeast is Adamu Jala. We have our National Ex-Official Northwest, Muhammad Jamu Yusuf. We also have National Ex-Official Southeast, Honorable Ikechukwu Ume. We have National Ex-Official South-South, Mr. Francis Kolo. And we have National Ex-Official Southwest, Honorable Bumi Ori Nowo. And all the elected regional vice chairmen from all the geopolitical zones are by these also members of the National Working Committee. I will now ask the question for affirmation for the delegates to affirm by voice vote. Those in support that these names that I mentioned become members of the National Working Committee, say aye. I will ask again, those in support that all these officers we have chosen through harmonization and consensus be made officers of the National Working Committee, say aye. Those against, say nay. They are not here. By these ones are declared elected by the Convention of 2026 as the National Working Committee members of our great party, APC. And I invite the newly elected individuals to come for their inauguration. Please line up in front. All the newly elected, please line up in front as the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Shetim Ma Kazim, approaches the chair to do the remaining of this ceremony. We will also invite the notary public that have been informed for the swearing in to please make yourself available. Mr. Chairman. Any notary public in the house?
How are you? Thank you.
Our election member who is a notary public, can you approach the chair? Barrister Otemo. Barrister Otemo. If Barrister Temo is here, please come and do the swearing in.
It's coming up.
I don't have medical.
Yes, sir.
Don't you see that it's the one way? Let's start the voting.
Please, all the elected members of the National Working Committee, please line up. It is important to note that these are not only members of National Working Committee, especially the ace officials are by our constitution, the national members of the National Executive Council of our party. Please, can you line in front? Can you line in front? Those who have been elected, can you line in front? Barrister Temu, if you are in the house, come for the swearing in, or any other notary public should come. Please, we should line up properly.
All elected National Working Committee members to please stay down. The National Chairman and National Secretary standing side by side. And then the Deputy, the National Chairman, North and South, flanking them on both sides. And then we follow the hierarchy. Please, you need to do that now, Your Excellencies. Thank you. Right, Honorable Benjamin Kalusa, when you're okay with the lineup, you let us know so we can have the swearing in. Our very supportive governors are standing by their own. The governors of Ogun State, Lagos State, Borno State, Taraba State, in their numbers, Kebbi State, Yobe State, all standing by the newly elected, yet about to be sworn in members of National Working Committee of the largest political party in black and white Africa, the All Progressives Congress.
Oh, this is not complete. No. Okay. Please, we are now handling the sacred moment, the very solemn moment of this occasion, which is taking of oath. And I assume this office as a solicitor and advocate of the Supreme Court of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That is the cap I'm wearing now to lead this team through oath of office. Photographers, raise your hand, your right hand, and repeat after me. I, you put your name, I do solemnly swear, affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the All Progressive Congress.
All Progressives Congress.
And that I will preserve.
That I will preserve.
Protect.
Protect.
And defend.
Defend.
The Constitution of our great party.
Of our great party.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. By this, you are now declared by the powers vested on me by the Constitution, you are declared the officers of our party at the national level, National Working Committee of APC. APC!
Progress!
you are also declared members of the National Executive Council of our party. God bless you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
If you climb the stage and you're not a newly elected member, you'll be pushed down. Congratulations to Professor Nantawe Yilwata, Honorable Ali Bukado Lori. Congratulations, Dr. Mighty.
Thank you. DJ, open up.
I must try to make my name fire. So anyway, you see that I'm mighty, and I'm saying, well, they make a way. Well, charity don't know.
Today we stand before you, grateful, humble.
Everybody leave the stage now. You can take the celebration downstairs. We have Dr. Mighty is going down. Tani Makalaki going down. We have Konga in the building. Everybody go down the stage. We are not going to continue until all leave the stage.
DJ, let's go. DJ, Mo, go now.
Everybody go down. The national chairman, the newly elected national chairman, you need to all go down. He is about to give his acceptance speech. Wait. Get off the stage before you are asked to do that. Please get off the stage in a manner you won't like. Your Excellencies, can we have the freshest National Working Committee members rally around the national. If you know you are not a National Working Committee member and you are not a governor, I don't want to see you behind the chairman. You have 2 minutes to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I think we'll do it the other way.
The President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, distinguished Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our leader, the Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, DCON, the Senate President, and all the National Assembly members here present, the governors, 31 of them, all here present, National Working Committee members, newly sworn in, members of our great party, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today we stand before you, grateful, humble, honored, and ready. We are ready to serve, ready to lead, and we are ready to build the party and the nation together with you. This moment belongs first to the Almighty God, and we give him all the glory, for he is the giver of power, the sustainer of our nation, and the author of our destiny. Let me appreciate my father, Mr. President. Your courage has not only led a government, but it has rekindled the hope of a people. You do not just build a party, rather you are building a movement of all progressive, a movement of progress owned by the people to shape the future of Nigeria. Our distinguished delegates who have entrusted us with this sacred responsibility and mandate. Today, on your behalf, every officer elected at this convention, we say we are grateful. Thank you so very much. Let me assure this August gathering that I fully and completely accept this mandate with a full understanding of the weight of history, the expectation of our people, and the urgency of this moment. I don't see this position as a throne with a crown, but as a duty, with a burden of trust of millions of our members. And I know that from this day, the weight of the burden of leadership provided for the millions of our members from every ward, every state, every corner of this nation will now rest on us and our shoulder, and we take it with gratefulness. That's why this heavy burden, I give you a clear and bold assurances that we will not flinch, we will not falter, and we will not rather fail you. Rather, together, we will step forward to be counted when it matters most. I urge all our members and supporters to remain steadfast and united, because we stand together, stronger as a political party. With unity, progress will be steady and enduring, and our victory is assured. We demonstrated this during our congresses, from ward to local government to state and zonal. We choose unity over division, dialogue over discord, maturity over chaos. This is what we are, and that's the APC way. Let me assure you that we will make our party a home where every member will belong and be able to have his best, where every voice will be heard, and where every dream will count. And our mission is clear, that together we'll build a pan-African and pan-Nigerian party that is stronger, transparent, and inclusive, and more disciplined, and more united than ever. We will deepen internal democracy so that every member is heard. We will strengthen our structures so that every process is trusted. We will expand the reach so that the message of renewed hope is felt in every community. We will empower youths because they are not just the future, but they are the huge and important part of our today. We will elevate the women because inclusion is not an option. It is essential for us as a party. Make no mistake about it. The future of APC is the future of Nigeria, and that the future is anchored on the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President. Already, we are seeing the signs all economic reforms that are stabilizing our public finances and economy. Massive investment in infrastructure. Is it the roads, the rails, and the energy? Renewed focus on social investment to protect the most vulnerable. Expansion of digital innovation, which is empowering our youth for global economy participation. These are not promises, but they are outcomes that have set the very foundation of our national life. We must therefore take this message to every Nigerian that hope is here, the reform is working, and that Nigeria is moving. And to those who share this vision and want to be part of our party, our doors are open, and we remain the most viable political vehicle that you can entrust your political future with abundant assurances. The journey of 2027 begins today, and victory in 2027 will be won not on election day, but we'll build the wards, we'll strengthen our communities, we'll defend the unity of our party, and we'll deliver in our performances. The new hope, now self-evident, delivering results, making 27 not just a hope, but a matter of certainty. Therefore, let us organize, let us mobilize, and let us energize, because victory is surely at sight. In conclusion, for every member of our great party, we declare that we standing here, we will not let you down. By God's grace, may God bless the All Progressive Congress. May God bless our dear President. Amen. And may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Amen. Thank you, and God bless you all.
What did they tell you to go and tell the people that blame you?
Congratulations to the new, to the new national. Congratulations to the national chairman, Nantawe Yilwada, the Honorable Deputy National Chairman, Honorable Ali Bukar Dalori, Dr. Benjamin Obinwoye, Deputy Chairman, South, Senator Surajudeen Jibola Bashiru, National Secretary, Professor Abdul Karim Abubakar Kana, Deputy National Secretary, Murtala Aliu, Kankia, National
Congratulations.
Advisor, Uguru Matthew Ofoke, National Treasurer, Ambassador Haruna Ginsau, National Financial Secretary, Muhammad Suleiman Argungu, OFR, National Organizing Secretary, Donatus Eyinaya Nwangba, National Welfare Secretary, Felix Morka, National Publicity Secretary, Senator Abubakar McAfee, National Auditor, Dr. Mary A. Adele, National Woman Leader, Dayo Israel, National Youth Leader, Ara Durotolu Oyebo Bankole, National Leader, Persons Living with Disability. Haman Adamu Ali Kumo, Deputy National Financial Secretary. Barrister Emeka Okafo, Deputy National Organizing Secretary. Zainab Abubakar Ibrahim, Deputy National Woman Leader. Honorable Meseko Durosimi Josiah, Deputy National Publicity Secretary. Dr. Christopher Michael Akpan, Deputy National Welfare Secretary. Mr. Olugbenga Olayemi, Deputy National Auditor. Barrister Ibrahim Salau, Deputy National Legal Advisor. Engineer Ben Akak, Deputy National Treasurer. Jamaldin Kabiru, Deputy National Youth Leader. Dr. Okpawoye Oluwatoyin Bumi, National Ex-Officio North Central. Adamu Jala, National Ex-Officio North East. Muhammad Jamu Yusuf, National Ex-Official Northwest. Honorable Ikechukwu Ume, National Ex-Official Southeast. Mr. Francis Kolokolo, National Ex-Official South-South. And finally, Honorable Bumi Orinowo, National Ex-Official Southwest. On behalf of Governor Dakmo Abiodun, the man with a difference, the stylish Governor of Ogun State, who is the chairman of the venue committee, who has put up this facade, this auspicious, this very, very glamorous venue for us, unprecedented venue and ambience, so comfortable, like we don't want to leave here. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We are proud of you, and we didn't expect anything less from you. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, to celebrate what's happening now, our newly elected National Working Committee, I'd like to invite the man called Konga. My name is Princess Atika Jana. It's been a pleasure. APC! Progress. APC! Progress. APC! Progress. Progress. APC! Progress. APC! Konga, take it away.
DJ, play Konga. Everybody vote for Jagaban.
Everybody, let's go, let's go.
You want to do, yeah.
Make you let me know if you go show up with.
But I don't buy this, yeah.
Because I don't buy this, so I don't buy Shayo for ya.
I don't buy Shayo, yeah.
I don't call Gaga, I don't call my guys around.
I don't call my mama.
I don't call my mama. I don't say you follow.
Yeah, bo.
I don't call everybody. I call everybody. But I see you for Insta. You say you there in Paja. Anytime I holla, you go say you there my area. I say no wahala, but I don't dare wait you die.
Yeah.
I don't wait you go tell. I don't dey lose weight.
Everybody now.
Amaga disappoints me. But you they get confusion.
Yeah. Amaga disappoints me.
You get disappointment.
Oh, no.
Amaga disappoint me. You get confusion.
Yeah.
Amaga disappoint me.
Yeah.
Hello. Go.
In the building. I spend the money.
Hey.
I spend the money. Let me see your hands up, everybody. Put your hands up.
God is God.
I spend the money. I spend.
We go all the way.
Are you all here?
We go all the way.
Sabotage there.
Anytime we talk, say we go rock. We go all the way.
You know it. 1, 2, 3. Everybody say. What?
Better cars, better clothes on me. Better parties, better houses, better girls on me.
Yeah, and I can take you there.
Champagne everywhere.
Yo, that's the life. 1, 2, 3. Everybody say.
Feeling my superstar. 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 Feeling my superstar.
Feeling my superstar. Feeling my superstar. Oh yeah, we celebrating. The problems are no more complicated. Step on the floor when the grounds are shaking. These are the times that we overweighting. Champagne life.
Bottles on me.
Step into the clubs and the models on me. We're making the raps and we're blazing the tracks and we pop
More
up.
like sell bottles all free.
Are you on the building?
Yeah.
Nigeria! I'm about to explode! What? I'm about to explode! I'm about to explode! I wanna know everybody!
I get power, superpower. Holy Ghost power, superpower. I get power, superpower. Holy Ghost power. I'm not afraid of the enemy. The greater one that lives inside of me. Overcomer, superpower, always on fire. Anywhere we enter. Overcomer, superpower, always on fire. Anywhere we enter. When we enter, them go scatter. Overcomer, them know what's continental. No weapon fashioned against me shall never prosper. Yes, I'm too dangerous for you to handle. I'm on fire. Overcomer.
AIT, sharing the African experience.
All Progressive Congress National Convention, scheduled for March 27 to 28, begins in Abuja as dignitaries and delegates arrive Eagle Square venue of the event. Academic Staff Union of Universities also issues fresh 4-day ultimatum to the federal government to begin implementation of newly approved salary structure for university lecturers. Pan-Niger Delta Forum PANDEF raises alarm over environmental crisis in the Niger Delta, demands immediate increase of 13% derivation fund to 25%. This is a news hour on AIT. I am Adora Sydney Jack. You're welcome. Now, dignitaries and delegates of the 2026 All Progressive Congress have started arriving in the Eagle Square Arena in Abuja. Members of the Federal Executive Council serving members of the National Assembly are among those who have arrived. The Eagle Square Arena is exquisitely draped in the colors of the party, and all seem set for the event that will usher party activities for the 2027 general elections. New members of the National Working Committee are expected to emerge today, though there are strong indications that the 30 members of the NWC will return by consensus. These NWC members will leverage on the party's insistence on continuity and retention of the party's zoning formula. Decisions of organs of the party, including the National Executive Committee that met in December, will also get the nod of the convention. The convention will also make amendment to some sections of the party constitution if necessary. It is also expected to put forward policy guidelines for the party. The People's Democratic Party, PDP in Kwara State, has affirmed its readiness to participate in the party's national convention scheduled for March 29, 2026 in Abuja as part of efforts to strengthen party unity and the position for the 2027 general elections. Now, this position was contained in a communique issued at the end of an emergency stakeholders meeting held in Ilorin, the state capital. Addressing the party leaders, elders and aspirants, the state chairman, Issa Bawa Adamu, explained that discussions focused on the necessity of Kwara's active participation in the forthcoming convention, especially against the backdrop of the earlier convention held in Ibadan in November 2025.
Democratic Party PDP in Kwara State has affirmed its readiness to participate in the party's national convention scheduled for March 29, 2026 in Abuja as part of efforts to strengthen party unity. Following extensive deliberations, stakeholders unanimously endorsed the full participation of Kwara delegates at the Abuja convention.
The stakeholders agreed that we should send our delegates to fully participate in the coming national convention in Abuja in March 29, 2026. It was also decided that if the national convention is successful and is witnessed by the regulatory body, that is the Independent National Electoral Commission, as is required by law, then we, the stakeholders, will hold another meeting to review the situation and recommend to our leader to use the PDP as the platform for us to contest in 2027 general elections.
Stakeholders also noted that if the convention is successfully conducted in line with statutory provisions and duly supervised by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, a follow-up meeting would be convened to assess developments and provide strategic direction to the party leadership moving forward.
Now, former governor of Old Anambra State, Jim Nwobodo, has thrown his weight behind the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike-backed camp in the People's Democratic Party, supporting his resolve to go ahead with the party's planned national convention. Now, the PDP has been facing internal disagreements, especially over leadership and the way forward, with some members aligned with Wike pushing for the convention to hold, while others, loyal to Governors Sheyi Makinde and Bala Mohammed, believe key issues should first be resolved. But speaking to journalists in Enugu on Friday, Nwobodo described the convention as an opportunity for the PDP to rebuild and reconnect with Nigerians as a truly people-driven party. He expressed hope that once the process is concluded, the party will move past its internal divisions and return as one united PDP.
We believe that Nigerians' diversity is our greatest strength, not our weakness. The test before us is internal democracy. It is a test of our credibility as a party. The election of party officials must reflect the very democracy we promised Nigerians. Let this convention stand as a proof to that promise. To all aspirants, your willingness to serve is commendable, and your commitment strengthens our party.
Now, women in Gombe State have taken their advocacy directly to the doorsteps of federal lawmakers, demanding the immediate passage of the Inclusive Governance Bill. The protesters, led by the League of Women Voters, are calling for legislative backing to ensure women have a seat at the table in participatory politics. Chika Odenkwa has the details.
A sea of determined faces in the streets of Gombe. Their mission is simple: to secure the right to participate in the business of governing Nigeria alongside their male counterparts. Led by the League of Women Voters, the group visited the private residencies of senators and members of the House of Representatives. Their message to legislators was clear: the delay in passing the Inclusive Governance Bill, a threat to female political franchise.
Our concerned women are waiting, so we said we should go maybe through them so that they will push it and it will be maybe a thing of past. We've collaborated with NILOC and other women groups to see that women are now given the chance to contest, to occupy positions in political offices.
We're trying as much as possible to sensitize our women from the grassroots. And by the grace of God, those that have the interest and those of us that are around are going to do as much as possible. And hopefully we're going to have a larger difference than what we had before.
These advocates believe the direct pressure is the only way to steer the National Assembly into action, ensuring a future where women have equal opportunities to vote and be voted for.
Now, Justice Emmanuel Hakim of the Supreme Court has come to the defense of the Nigerian judiciary, insisting that the system is not as corrupt as widely perceived by the public. The justice, who spoke at a public lecture in Enugu, maintained that despite its shortcomings, Nigeria's judicial system remains one of the best in sub-Saharan Africa.
This is the 5th annual lecture of Akariwe and Associates, and this year's theme focuses on the role of the legal profession in justice delivery.
I'm not saying the allegations are not true or false, but I'm saying nobody has brought any evidence of anything to the appropriate authority to deal with the matter. Now, but why is this going on? Where are these allegations persisting? And I'm saying here, they persist when we continue in our wrong practices as courts.
Other speakers say where negative perceptions exist, they may stem from the court's over-reliance on technicalities, which sometimes overshadow substantive justice.
And so sometimes I will get worried when an appeal has been made to the Supreme Court and there's a mistake in ground 4, paragraph 4, relief sought of Court of Appeal. An appeal is dismissed at the Supreme Court on that ground. I think that the responsibility to fix the system lies primarily with the judiciary.
The goal of the law, because should be substantial justice and not technicality.
The Akariwe and Associate Lecture Series continues to grow as a strong platform for dissecting critical issues within Nigeria's judicial system, with stakeholders calling for reforms that will strengthen public confidence in the courts. Elechi Ekeledo, AIT News, Enugu.
The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has given the federal government a 4-day ultimatum to begin implementation of the newly approved salary structure for university lecturers. Now, ASU President Chris Piwana gave the notice on Thursday while speaking at Serge Zungu University Yuli campus in Bauchi State.
The Academic Staff Union of Universities President, Professor Chris Piwana, said the 4-day ultimatum takes effect from Thursday, 26 March 2026. In January, ASU signed a renegotiated agreement with the federal government to address the incessant strikes in public tertiary institutions. The agreement, which includes a new salary structure for lecturers, effectively ends a 16-year implementation stalemate surrounding the contentious 2009 federal government and ASU agreement on the condition of service of public tertiary lecturers. Speaking at the unveiling of the agreement, Piwana had expressed optimism that the union would not have to call for any strike before the government implements the new agreement. However, nearly 3 months later, there are little indications that key aspects of the agreement would experience delay in implementation. Only last week, the Academic Staff Union of Universities President said some federal universities were unable to pay their lecturers full salaries for January, adding that he was not aware of any university that had paid salaries for February. The ASU President said the situation is largely due to practical difficulties surrounding the implementation of a new salary agreement between the union and the federal government, particularly the delay in passage of the 2026 budget.
Now, an escalating environmental crisis in the Niger Delta is raising fresh concerns over the region's future as PANDEF demands an immediate increase of the 13% derivation fund to 25%. At a press briefing in Abuja, former Attorney General Kanu Agabi warned that continued neglect of environmental degradation could worsen living conditions in affected communities as decades of oil exploitation leave livelihoods destroyed and government response inadequate.
The 13% derivation fund, unchanged for over 27 years, is now under renewed scrutiny as environmental conditions in the Niger Delta continue to deteriorate. Former Attorney General of the Federation, Kanu Agabi, and other key players urged urgent policy action, calling on the federal government and lawmakers to respond decisively to the region's challenges.
I want to appeal. We have been making this appeal. We will go on making it. The time has long since passed when they should increase this minimum. Take steps to increase the provision for derivation. As a first step, I would propose an increase to 25%.
That 25% is the minimum that we, the entire Niger Delta, have resolved to pursue.
Various regions should be allowed to tap their own resources.
The women of Niger Delta, we are suffering. Our children are suffering. Let the right thing be done. Let our gas fare penalty be paid.
Beyond the environmental concerns, the PANDEF leaders also raised political demands, backing the Southern Presidency, advocating state policing, and rejecting amnesty for terrorists.
While commending the effort of our armed forces are tackling head-on the state of insecurity in the country, the government should take the recommendation of most Nigerians for the creation of a state police.
Other stakeholders called for a return to the restructuring agenda as the forum inaugurated its Women's Committee. Itseme Ozekome, AIT News, Abuja.
The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, says the Federal Executive Council has approved the management team for the Abuja bus terminals, which he says will soon commence operations. Speaking this Friday after inspecting ongoing projects, the Minister expressed satisfaction with the pace and quality of work, assuring that key projects will be ready for commissioning in May as part of activities marking President Bola Tinubu's third year in office.
Friday's inspection tour by the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike began at the construction site for the access road to Mabushi, where the contractors confirmed steady progress of work. The minister confirmed that the Federal Executive Council has approved the management team for the Abuja bus terminals, with operations expected to begin soon.
For us, when we had the last Federal Executive Council, the management of that had been approved. Why we did not start because it was above the ministerial approval. And so we had to go to the Federal Executive Council. And now that it has been approved, the management team will be today, and they're putting finishing touches to see that the government's operation soon. But I'm happy that we have waited for long. So the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks should be what we'll be crying for.
The tour also covered the major bus terminal site, where asphalting is already underway.
That's one of the roads, by the grace of God, that the president will inaugurate his third year in office. Here we are in N1, done by Arab contractors. You can see the quality of job going on.
Chukwuebuka Obodo, AIT News, Abuja.
The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has presented land allocation documents to members of the FCT Council of Chiefs in the move aimed at strengthening ties between the government and traditional institutions. Speaking in Abuja, Wike also announced the full waiver of statutory fees for the land titles, acting on the directive of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
People are applying for lands. So if those who are traditional rulers who make peace cannot be also appreciated by giving land to people that will be given to other people, the president said we must extend his hand of fellowship to you that you also require, and from there we move on to to other indigents of the FCT.
On behalf of the Council, the Honor of Abaji, Alhaji Dr. Adamu Baba Yunusa expressed appreciation to both the President and the Minister, assuring continued support for government policies.
We will continue to support you at any given time. So, I want to raise some sincere appreciation to you, sir, for number one, being the serve of office for the greatest FCT traditional leaders. And secondly, also for allocation of land to each of the council of chiefs. We appreciate this opportunity to contribute to the growth of our great city.
The minister commended the monarchs for their role in ensuring what he described as the most peaceful area council elections in the FCT's history. To further support their responsibilities, he pledged to provide utility vehicles to traditional rulers and highlighted ongoing infrastructure projects across satellite towns, including major road developments expected to be completed and commissioned in June. The push for state police in Nigeria is gaining momentum, with the Inspector General of Police formally presenting a detailed framework to the National Assembly for consideration. Now, calls for the creation of state police have grown stronger as insecurity worsens. Advocates argue that decentralizing law enforcement could enhance intelligence collection and enable quicker responses to local threats. AIT security correspondent Ada Onoye reports.
The 75-page proposal outlines how a state policing system could be structured and implemented across the country. The document was delivered to the Deputy President of the Senate, Jibrin Barau, by the Inspector General of Police, Tunji Diso, at the National Assembly in Abuja, marking a significant step in ongoing efforts to decentralize policing and strengthen internal security. Titled A Comprehensive Framework for the Establishment, Governance and Coordination of Federal and State Police, the report details how federal and state police forces would operate side by side, including their structure, governance, and coordination mechanisms. According to the Inspector General, the report is the result of extensive consultations and professional assessment addressing the legal, operational, and administrative implications of creating state police. The report captures strategic recommendations derived from broad consultations and careful evaluation of instituting state police in Nigeria. The police chief expressed confidence that the document would support lawmakers in making informed and balanced decisions as part of broader security reforms. The proposal has now been formally transmitted to the Senate Committee on the Review of the 1999 Constitution, serving as the Nigerian Police Force's official position on the long-debated issue. Responding, Deputy Senate President Jibrin Barau, who also chairs the Constitution Review Committee, described the submission as timely and proactive. He assured that the committee would carefully review the framework alongside other submissions as part of ongoing constitutional amendments. Calls for state police have intensified amid rising insecurity. Supporters say decentralization could improve